Listen, Leah, I'm not going to put up with this anymore. You need to provide me with a better living environment. This place is just too small for two people. I want a house, not this dumpy trailer. One with a big porch, a sunroom, and a wine cellar, too. After everything I've done for you, that's the least that I deserve.
The least you deserve is a house that would cost at least $750,000 in this area? I think you're asking for a bit too much. I'd also like to remind you that you're living off of my money right now. If you want to buy the house of your dreams, then make your own money. As for me, I am honestly fine with a small house.
You only say that because you're coping with the pain of being poor. You know that you want a big house just like I do.
If I had the money to buy a big house, I would have bought it a long time ago. And I certainly wouldn't be living here with you.
Excuse me? Don't you have any gratitude at all for continuing to allow you to live in my house?
Your house? It's Dad's house. I'm sure he would have liked to have bought something a bit nicer, but there were certain factors keeping him from being able to afford it. One factor was much bigger than the others, though. But really, if you're going to complain about the amount of support I'm giving you, then I'll just move out. Is that what you want?
I don't believe you. You would abandon your own mother? I didn't raise you to be such an ungrateful little wretch. What would you even do if you left home? It's not like you can make any money on your own. I think you should be showing me a lot more appreciation for putting up with you.
Oh, great. This conversation again? This has to be the third time this week.
We'll talk more about that attitude of yours later. In the meantime, I'm coming home soon. Is dinner ready yet?
Yeah, it's ready. No thanks to you. I opened up the fridge a couple hours ago, planning to take out what I had prepared earlier so I could reheat it. Imagine my shock, though, when I found the fridge almost completely empty. I had to go out and buy all new ingredients, too. That was enough food to feed both of us and have leftovers for tomorrow.
I'm sorry. Is eating food a crime now?
No, but if you keep eating that much, then we're going to have to reinforce the floor of the house with steel and concrete. Seriously, just buy your own food and stop eating all of mine.
How am I supposed to do that? You know fully well that I'm disabled and can't work. I've got crippling depression from dealing with the loss of my husband.
Dad's been dead for 5 years now, Mom. You're not so sad that you can't get a job washing dishes at a restaurant, or better yet, washing dishes at home, or doing any of the other housework that you never do.
I told you, doing the housework reminds me of your father. Do you want to make my depression even worse?
Ugh, why do I even bother? No matter what I say, you always just give me the same old tired responses. Anyway, I'm starting work now, so could you please be quiet when you get home? Oh, wait, that's right. We had this conversation yesterday, and the day before that, and the day before that, and basically every single day since I started this job. And yet, every single day, you make as much noise as possible coming in the house, turning the TV on as loud as you possibly can. It's like you go out of your way to annoy me.
Oh, I am so terribly sorry for interrupting your silly little computer games. It must be terrible for you to have to deal with me being alive in the house. Tell me, Leah, what game are you going to play tonight, hmm?
I am not playing games. I am working. If I didn't do this job, then I wouldn't be able to pay the bills.
Maybe if you would get a real job instead of practicing to be a pro gamer, we would have enough money to live in a nicer house.
That's it. I am turning off my phone.
Hello, Leah. Your sister called and invited me out to dinner, so I'll be eating with her tonight. You won't believe this, Leah. She said her jerk of a husband up and left her. That poor thing. But I'm not too concerned about her. Unlike you, she's actually beautiful and has a pleasant personality, so she'll find a new husband soon.
Okay. And?
And? Is that all you have to say? I see you're still just as bitter and jealous of your sister as ever. I suppose you really can't help it. She's simply far superior to you in every way.
Oh boy, here we go again. Let's skip the usual verbal abuse and get straight to the point. What do you want?
You see, that attitude of yours is exactly why you'll never get married. Fine. What I want from you is very simple, actually. I'm going to give you your room to your sister. So pack your things and leave immediately.
Huh? Are you serious?
Would I joke about something like this? Your sister's husband abandoned her, you idiot. He left her with nothing. No house, no money, and no job. This must be the most difficult trial she's ever had to go through. It is my house, and I say that your sister is coming and you're leaving. So get out. Get it?
Yep, I read you loud and clear, Mom. You want me out? Say no more. I'll be gone before you get home tonight. Oh, and since this seems like the perfect time to ask you, how about I take my leave from the family entirely?
What? What do you mean?
I just kind of disappear out of your life completely. We never talk again, and we disown each other. We sever any and all familial ties between us. Does that make sense? Oh, and don't forget, that includes Alice, too.
How pathetic. Listen to yourself. You sound like you did back when I took your phone from you as a teenager. But if that's what you want, then by all means, remove yourself from my life entirely. I don't need some useless poor girl who never shows any gratitude toward me whatsoever. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Oh, by the way, your sister is here with me too, and she has a message for you. Good riddance to bad rubbish. Never show your face around here again.
Wow, excellent. Sounds like all parties are in agreement then. Okie dokie. I'll go ahead and pack my things right this instant.
Make it quick. You said you'll be gone before I get home, and I'm going to hold you to that promise.
Yes, ma'am. Don't need to tell me twice.
Well, Leah, I never thought that getting rid of you would be so easy. All Mom had to say was, get out, and you actually left. Your room is completely empty, except for your bed, if you can even call this thing a bed. Where did you get this thing? At a thrift shop? There aren't even any marks on the wall where you had pictures or decorations up, though. Like, did you even actually live here? It legitimately looks like this room has been sealed up for the last 20 years.
I'm sorry, who is this? I think you might have texted the wrong phone number.
Seriously? You're gonna play it that way? You're such a little brat, Leah. I'm your sister, you idiot.
My sister? Sister. No, sorry, not ringing any bells. Oh, wait. Do you maybe mean the sister that I disowned yesterday? I thought the deal was that we would disappear from each other's lives. I had every intention of keeping my end of the bargain, so what are you messaging me for now?
Yeah, so, like I said, Major Brat. So pathetic. You've always been so obnoxious. You know that, right? That's why you've never been able to get a boyfriend.
Didn't your husband dump you, like, yesterday? I don't know what makes you think you have any right to comment on another person's relationship status. Between the two of us, only one of us has driven a man away with our personalities. Are you trying to push me away the same way you did your husband? You don't need to do that. I'm already perfectly willing to go no contact with you if you'll just stop messaging me.
I did not drive my husband away. He left me because of his own selfish reasons.
Sure. Anyway, is that all you wanted to talk to me about? You just wanted to marvel about how empty my old room is?
Nah, I just wanted to gloat. I was just surprised by how pristine the room was. Like, did you actually even live here? Or did Mom make you sleep outside on the sidewalk?
As much as she would have liked that, no, I slept outside. Anyway, the reason the room looks like it was always empty is because, for all intents and purposes, it was. I only ever had the bare minimum essentials. It made life a lot easier for me in a lot of ways. Like, for example, it only took me about a minute flat in order to pack up all my physical possessions and clear out of the house.
Wait, are you being serious right now? That's hilarious. You're like a homeless guy who only has what he can fit in his stolen shopping cart. Mom tells me you're pretty poor, though. So is the real story that you had to sell everything you owned in order to have enough money to live on? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. It saves me a lot of trouble, so I don't really care why your room was empty. It's not like I would want any of your garbage anyway. Like, I'll bet your clothes are all shabby and lame. I would have had to throw them away.
Okay, you done gloating? Can I go?
Yeah, I think that's enough gloating for now. But seriously, what's up with Mom? She says that she's so depressed that she can't work. This is the first time I've heard of it.
What's up with Mom? That's a very, very good question. What is up with Mom?
What the? You mean you don't even know? You've been living with her all this time and you still don't even know anything about her condition?
Well, it's kind of a complicated story about her condition. Like, I'm not even sure whether her condition is actually a condition or not, but that's honestly irrelevant in the end. Whether it's real or not, nothing about how I deal with it changes, so I gave up thinking too much about it a long time ago.
Good grief, Leah. You really suck. You don't care at all about how Mom is doing. What kind of a daughter are you anyway? It's whatever though. The important thing is that I'm here for her now. I'll take good care of her. Way better than you ever did anyway. With me here, I'll bet Mom's condition is going to recover instantly. Poor Mom. She's been putting up with your cold indifference all this time. I'll bet it's been nothing but torture having to live with you.
Yeah, it was excruciatingly painful. For me.
Wow, Leah. Mom was so totally right about you. You aren't even the least bit grateful to her for letting you live in her house all this time. I'm definitely going to be way better off without a crappy little sister like you.
Is that what Mom said? That I'm ungrateful and a crappy little sister? Okay, then it seems like we're done here. I wish the two of you all the happiness that you deserve.
Oh, I am really looking forward to when she gets home. We're going to have a great time together. But wow, Mom left the house pretty early in the morning. I wasn't even awake yet. I'll bet this is one of her coping mechanisms for dealing with her depression. And by depression, I mean you. And that's what it is, isn't it? She developed a habit of leaving the house before you woke up because you were always causing her grief. I feel so bad for her.
You seem like you have an awful lot of free time on your hands if you're still messaging me after all this time. Why don't you do something a little bit more productive? Like, I don't know, how about finding a job?
What's that supposed to mean?
You don't have a job and you should probably get one. I'm not sure why you would be confused about what I mean. If you don't work, then things aren't going to work out very well for you and Mom.
I don't want to hear anything about getting a job from you. You just lock yourself in your room playing video games all day.
Wow, Mom sure has been telling you a lot about me, huh? Too bad it's all lies.
No, it's all the truth. Mom would never lie to me about you.
Maybe Mom thinks it's true, but if that's the case, then she's just plain wrong. Anyway, I'm getting pretty tired of this back and forth. No matter what I say to you, you come back with some kind of insult. This is why I wasn't surprised to hear that your husband left you, Alice. If anything, I'm surprised he tolerated you as long as he did. I wouldn't have lasted through the honeymoon if I were him.
Uh-oh. Somebody's angry. You think anything you say hurts me? Please, girl. Nothing a loser like you says to me could ever hurt me.
Oh, I'm a loser, am I? I'm not sure what criteria you're basing that assessment of me on. If you're moving in with Mom, that means your life is over. Meanwhile, my life is finally going to begin, and there is no room in my new life for you two parasites, so just stay away from me. Got it?
Is that a threat? You don't scare me at all. I'll take you on just like when we were kids. Anyway, go on and wander off all alone.
That was what I was trying to do just now, but you keep texting me.
Oh, well, excuse me for interrupting. Were you on your way to die in a ditch somewhere?
Actually, I'm moving into my house. And with that, I am officially done. Goodbye, Alice.
Leah, please, you've got to help me. How did you handle living with Mom? How could anyone handle living with that woman? She is certifiably insane.
I'm sorry, who is this? I think you may have texted the wrong number.
Come on, for real now. Enough with these stupid games. You know it's me, your sister, Alice.
Sorry, but it looks like you do have the wrong number. I don't have a sister anymore. I've disowned both my sister and my mother. So if you happen to run into either of them, tell them I don't want to hear updates from them on exactly how their life is falling apart. I'm not their therapist. So if you'll excuse me, I'm going to block your number to prevent this mistake from happening again.
Leah, wait! I need to know. How did you put up with Mom for this long? I just got my credit card statement for this month. Mom maxed it out. I'm at my credit limit. She never works. All she does is go out shopping with my money. And when she's at home, she never does any of the housework. She just sits on the sofa watching TV or messing with her phone. And don't get me started on her eating habits. She's literally eating us out of house and home. Everything I buy gets devoured within the day, even the snacks that I buy for myself and hide in my room. Why is she doing this?
I don't know. Why do birds fly and fish swim? That's just what she does. Now you know what I've had to deal with all this time. I told you it was excruciating living with her, didn't I?
Well, yeah, but I had no idea it was this bad. I thought you were just being a snotty little brat and exaggerating how bad Mom was.
And you thought wrong. I was being dead serious, and you should have heeded my warnings. But it's far too late for that. Thanks to you, I've been kicked out of the house. And let me tell you, Alice, that was the best thing that's ever happened to me. I can't thank you enough.
This is absolutely insane. I hadn't seen Mom for a while, so when we had dinner a while back, I was kind of surprised at how fat she had gotten. But now I can understand why. She literally does nothing but eat. That and spend other people's money.
Yeah, those are just about the only things she's good at. When you do nothing but eat, sleep, and spend money that's not yours, it's easy to become a slob. I keep trying to tell her to chill out on stuffing her face, but she always eats whatever I put in the fridge. Then, when I ask her to do chores, she would always cry and moan about her depression. It didn't take me very long before I just gave up trying to talk sense into her. I could either spend an hour trying to get her to do something only to have to do it myself, or just do it myself in the first place. So I ended up doing all the housework.
That's nuts. You mean you just did everything for her? Like a maid?
What choice did I have? If I didn't do the dishes, then no one would. Did she thank me for anything I did, though? Nope, not even a single time. Just like when she didn't thank me when she helped herself to my money.
What do you mean your money? You don't make any money. You don't work.
I know Mom told you that, but she's wrong. I work from home. She refused to work, so she burned through all the money Dad left her pretty quickly. So it was either I support the two of us or I go hungry.
I guess that makes sense. Mom said you guys didn't have a very good lifestyle, but you had what you needed.
She told you that? I don't want to hear any complaints about our lifestyle from her. She took my ATM card and stole my money. She should be grateful I allowed her to get away with that.
Wait, she really did that to you?
Yes, she certainly did, and now she's doing it to you. I told you, didn't I? Either get a job or it's not going to work out. You came strolling into Mom's house thinking she was going to take care of you, didn't you? Well, sucks to be you. She has other ideas. If the both of you are unemployed, then it's only a matter of time before you run out of money to pay for utilities. If you think it's tough to live with Mom now, wait until they shut off the electricity and water.
Leah, my savings are all completely gone. She took it all. I need you to come back to the house, okay? At this rate, we're gonna drive each other crazy.
I don't know, if you ask me, I'd say you're both already plenty crazy. Oh, and one more thing. Keep a watch on your ID cards. She might steal your identity to take out a loan.
Wait, has she actually done that to you before?
No, but I wouldn't be surprised if she did. She has no problem draining all the money from all my bank accounts that she knew about.
Are you saying you have accounts she doesn't know about? Like, you were hiding money?
Maybe, maybe not. That information is on a need-to-know basis, and you don't. Just know that I had to make her think I was poor, or else she would have taken even more from me.
Leah, can't you please come back home and live with us? You can't be having an easy time with things on your own. Let's be a family again. What do you say?
Not a chance. I've already told you so many times now, Alice. I left because I wanted to leave, and I'm still glad that I did. You and Mom are a couple of freaks, and I want nothing to do with you anymore. Take care of yourselves somehow. Goodbye. For real this time.
Leah, please. You've got to help me. You need to come back home right away. Your sister is completely useless. I can't keep living like this. She's done absolutely nothing productive in the last month. She hasn't even started to look for a job.
What is with you guys? Am I the only non-psychopath in our bloodline?
I know I gave you flack for playing video games all the time, but at least you made money somehow. I'll take having some semblance of stability over living with Alice any day. That girl doesn't want to do anything but enjoy herself all day. She said she expects me to work. Can you believe that?
As much as I hate to agree with Alicia, yes, I can. It seems to me like both of you working part-time jobs would largely solve your problems.
You know I can't work because of my depression.
Come on, Mom, how long are you going to pretend to be depressed?
What did you say to me? You think I'm faking my depression?
I don't think. I know you're faking. I've been asking you for years to give me proof of your diagnosis, but you keep telling me no. Then, when you finally gave me some sort of document, it was clear to anyone that you made it yourself. That thing wasn't from a doctor. You misspelled psychology. So no, I know you're not depressed, Mom. You're just a garden variety lazy.
I don't understand why you're bringing that up now.
Because you gave me a chance to escape and I took it. So now I can finally say all the things I've been wanting to say. Anyway, if you're that determined not to work, then you have two choices. You can either try and find some way to convince or force Alice to work, or you can just start selling her stuff to pawn shops like you did to me.
I did no such thing.
I know you were taking my stuff to the pawn shop every time you left the house early in the morning. You're on your way back from selling Alice's stuff right now, aren't you?
Maybe.
Really, though, you didn't realize I was on to you? I thought you would take the hint when I got rid of most of my stuff in one swoop because you got the chance to sell it.
You mean you did that on purpose?
And there's the unintentional confession.
You really are an ungrateful girl, aren't you? The only reason I had to sell your things for spending money is because you didn't give me enough cash.
The money you were taking out of my bank account wasn't enough for you? Yes, I know about that, too.
For your information, no, it was not enough. But at least you had money to take and things to sell. Alice has nothing.
Yeah, because her husband took her to the cleaners in their divorce settlement. And honestly, after having her cheat on him for 10 years, I'm pretty glad for him.
Leah, I'll kick Alice out of your room. So won't you please come home?
Not a chance. I finally have my freedom. I bought my own house with my own money, and I'll never be your caretaker again. Now I'm going to finally do what I should have done years ago. I am blocking you. Goodbye. A while later, I ran into an old neighbor of ours in town. She told me that for a while after Alice moved in, she could hear them fighting just about every single night of the week. But once they ran out of food, they eventually resigned to the fact that they would both have to work. Things have apparently quieted down since then. As for me, are you curious what my job is? Actually, I'm making money posting on social media. I started out posting about how ridiculous life with my mom was. All of my posts were getting tens of thousands of likes. Then, when I sold most of my stuff to keep my mom from taking it, I got another idea and became a minimalist lifestyle influencer. That made me even more popular than before, to the point that I didn't need to complain about my mom to go viral. It's great to finally be free of constantly having to take care of my mom, and I'm more optimistic about my future than I have ever been.
Elena, I am really looking forward to you guys' wedding coming up here soon. The idea that my older brother will be getting married has still not fully settled into my brain yet, though. What? Why are you coming to the wedding? There won't be any seats there reserved for you. What? I just said to you that there will be no seating at this wedding for people like you. No family seating whatsoever. There is not a lot of room at this wedding for people. And that's why, even if you try coming, there will be nowhere for you to sit. What? What do you mean there isn't enough room there for family like me? Alright, I might have been lying to you a bit there about there not being enough room physically. But there is not enough mental space for you here. You don't have a father or anything anymore, right? Well, I'm not going to have your lowlife of a mom coming to this wedding after she was thrown away by her husband. And I sure as hell won't have a little sister like you here after you've been leeching off your doctor brother. So that's why I've said there is not enough room here for everyone to come. Like the both of you. You actually think I can mentally handle two of your types coming in and ruining things for me?
Did you just call my mom a lowlife?
I sure did. When you think about it, single parents have always been the worst and end up having some of the most useless children. You are all just like poor people.
But what if my family has been living a pretty luxurious life this whole time?
I'm sorry to say, but listening to you lie to me right now isn't going to help your case. How about you take some lessons in telling lies before you start trying to get me to believe such a huge lie like that? Is that really how far you'll go to get seats at my wedding? By lying to me about how you and your mom have been living? If you both really, really, really want to be at my wedding, then make sure to bring me a decent gift.
Huh?
You do understand that I'm the daughter of a CEO, right? That means I've never had to worry about things like money in my whole entire life. So if you want to be allowed into this wedding, then you're going to have to bring me a gift that even I would be excited about.
Unbelievable. So you really didn't write us down on the guest list or anything for your wedding? Are you freaking nuts or something?
Oh man, now you're scaring me.
Why would you actually do something like this?
I told you the reason for this already, didn't I? I don't have the mental space for two lowlifes to be at my wedding. There's no need for you to be here anyway. I'm sure you both smell like poop since you're both so poor, and you'll start to cause issues for the rest of my guests here. I told you there would be no seats here for you, yet both my husband's little bratty sister and his depressing mother came anyway. There is no place for you guys to sit down. But I'll be kind and let you both in to stand in the far back corners of the room and watch. How does that sound?
We're going home.
Thank God.
Cal, I'm sorry. It doesn't seem that either Mom or I will be able to get into your wedding today.
What? What's going on right now? The wedding is about to start here any minute now. Did something happen at the reception that I need to come and handle?
Well, about what happened. Your fiancée Elena told my mom and I that we were both lowlives because Mom is a single mother now, and said that we'd have to stand in the far back corners and watch the wedding because she didn't prepare any seating for us.
Huh? What the hell is wrong with her?
I'm sorry to have to tell you about what happened, but there's more to this. Let me explain.
Are you kidding me? She actually went ahead and said all those horrible things to you?
She did. I was just as shocked as you are now when it all happened. I knew she was always a pretty outgoing person and spoke her mind quite a lot, but I guess she was hiding those feelings she had for us until today. I suppose she thought that since today is the day she will marry you, she could go all out and let Mom and I have it. But that sudden change in her personality, neither Mom nor I can even believe what happened still.
There's no way she would say something like that to both of you. I can't freaking believe this. Are you still near the wedding, Leia?
Right now, Mom and I are waiting out front for a taxi to come by and pick us up.
Okay. Well, listen. Do you think there's any way you and Mom could be able to watch the wedding?
What?
Please don't be too upset. I'm not trying to toy with you both or anything like that. It's just, I feel really bad about what happened. And I don't want you both to leave just yet, until you've gotten to see me at least. And the other thing is, I will not let Elena get away with those horrible comments she made about you both. You're my family after all. And to me, my family comes before anyone else.
What? What? What are you planning to do then? You can't just marry her anymore, right?
I'm not gonna do anything too crazy. It's just that I'm a little on edge now after hearing about what Elena was saying about you and Mom. So I want her to be aware of that. I'm sure if Dad was around, this kind of thing would have never happened, right? So I want to make it clear to her that just because Dad isn't around anymore, that doesn't mean she can pick on you both.
Cal.
Anyway, you guys can look through one of the doors or something. Just crack one of the doors open a bit. Watch this wedding unfold, please. You can trust that I'll handle what's happened between you and Elena today, right?
I do. But just don't force yourself to do anything stupid over this. Elena, thank you so much for letting my mom and I watch your wedding from outside one of the doors. I never thought you had such a fun wedding in store for everyone like the one you threw today. I'm shocked by that kind of entertaining planning you put into that. I'm so happy my mom and I could stay and watch that all unfold. Because of that, we're both feeling very refreshed now. Would you just shut the hell up? How was any of that a part of my planning? Your ridiculous brother went and threw the wedding cake right in my face. My face is covered in layers of sticky sugar, and my wedding dress is completely ruined now. Why the hell did this have to happen to me? Today was one of the most important days of my life. Well, don't start saying things like I was involved in any of it. My mom and I were just standing outside the room watching you guys from a little crack we opened up in the door. Don't play dumb with me. Cal would never do something like that to me out of his own desires. You went and told him something or threatened him into doing it, right? You come over here right now and pay me $10,000 for both my wedding and for causing this to happen to me. Huh? You have to pay me back for this. Both you and that lowlife mother of yours caused something that led to this. You've really done it now, you two filthy leeches. I will make you both sorry for what you did to me, so I hope you're both ready for that. Huh? Are you mentally retarded or something? Why should I have to pay you for what's happened? Excuse me? I just had my whole wedding ruined today by your family. It took me a whole year to plan this wedding out and wait for today, so now I'll have to start all over again. I won't let you get away with what you've done, even if you do get your hands and knees begging for my forgiveness. I'm over this. Your brain must have gotten knocked out of your head when that cake slammed into your face earlier. Do you really think you're going to have another chance at marrying my brother now? Huh? What the hell does that mean? I meant exactly what I said. You're not going to get married anymore. From here on out, you'll be rotting in hell like the rest of your kind. What the actual hell? I have no idea what you're going on about. How about you come over here and start giving me the money I'm owed for this ruined dress? Cal, when are you going to be coming back over here? You never came home last night, and I need to know where you've gone and when you'll be back. You were supposed to be here taking care of me after what happened yesterday. Are you trying to get me to start suspecting you of something?
You're so annoying. It's 8 in the morning and you're already whining like a little dog. I'm not sure if you're aware yet, but I'm trying to get some distance from you. That's why I'm staying at a hotel right now.
Why are you trying to get away from me? Do you not feel any sympathy for me after what you did yesterday? You need to come home and say sorry for all of that. Now come on. Do you not have any common sense?
You're the one that seems to be lacking in that department. Don't start thinking that you're totally innocent in all this.
What? What are you going on about?
Stop it with the games. You went and said some very terrible things to my mom and her sister, right? I heard all about that. Calling them both lowlives and saying they've been leeching off of me? There were other things you called them as well, but I'm not going to get into detail right now. And what's the whole deal with you not reserving them any seats at the wedding and telling them to go stand in the corner and watch? I was a real idiot for leaving you in charge of all my guests at the wedding. After doing all that crap and still not apologizing to me for it, who the hell do you think you are?
What? How about you calm down a little bit?
You really think I can calm down right now after what I heard and witnessed?
Oh, wait, but isn't this all really strange to you? Why am I being painted as the bad guy here? I never even did anything wrong, and you're all coming at me like I've been a problem.
Are you serious?
I was never verbally harassing either of those two. All I was saying was the truth about them, and that was it. They have both become parasites and latched onto you the moment you became a wealthy doctor, right? So I'm just calling a couple of nasty parasites some leeches because that's what they are. So what's wrong with that? Getting upset with me over speaking the truth is a little bit childish of you, to be honest.
Alina.
Listen, Cal. There is no need for two smelly lowlifes to be coming into something as formal as a wedding. This is supposed to be one of the most amazing times of my life, and I don't want it being trashed by them. They would start to cause problems for my guests as well. So I made the right choice by not preparing any seats for them. I know that in your case, Cal, having to live a life of poor person before becoming a doctor was tough, right? You must have hated to live with those two idiots. I'm not trying to speak for you or anything, but I can just tell that having to call two lowlifes like them family must have really damaged your pride.
Shut the hell up, you bitch.
What?
The fact that you just started to ramble on and on like that about me and my family? You want to know why the hell I'm a doctor right now? Do you want to know how I got into medical school and everything? I got in because of what those two did for me. I can't even begin to describe the kind of anger I'm feeling right now after the things you said about the two people that got me where I am today. You really lost your humanity at some point before this wedding. I will never, ever forgive you for saying such horrendous things about my family. That's it. We're through. It's freaking over, you asshole.
What? What? Are you leaving me now? How could you say you're going to leave me now after something as small as what happened yesterday? What's gotten into you, Cal? Ever since yesterday, you've really changed. So do we need to take you in to have your head looked at or something?
Excuse me?
Everything you just said to me, it was out of line. It's like you've been brainwashed or something. You would never say things like that to me. I'll make sure we get to the bottom of what's happened to you because none of that is really what you want.
Hold it right there. Listen to me, for God's sake.
Tell me what hotel you're staying at right now. I'll come and get you. Cal still hasn't come home to me. And he started to say that he wants to leave me now, which is way too uncalled for from him. Do you know anything about this? I keep trying to ask him where he's at right now, but he won't even respond to me. Funny how you're coming back to talk with me again, after all the things you said to me before. I really can't be asked with you. Come on. Both you and Cal are insane. I was just telling you and your mom the truth, and you both are acting like I've gone and verbally harassed you or something. Both of you need to stop acting like victims of a crime and get over it. Now listen, I do not have the time to care about how you feel. I'm worried about where Cal's at. I need to have him taken to a hospital right away so they can look at him. They should be able to help heal whatever kind of mental illness he has now, right? Because there's no way he was being serious when he brought up a divorce. Cal is never going back to you. And this has nothing to do with him being mentally unwell. Now, would you stop trying to make your warped imagination a reality? What he said to you is how he really feels now. Because he just had to witness the woman he loved and trusted turn her back on his family and make fun of them. What? Right now, Cal is working on getting the divorce all figured out with his lawyer, and they will later be talking about a settlement. It would really help everyone here if you would just get to grips with yourself and start taking responsibility for your actions.
You are far too old now to be acting like a 5-year-old.
A settlement?
That's right. It's because of you acting like a total nut job on the day of your wedding that the whole thing went downhill for everyone, and this divorce had to be brought up. So he's going to make sure you pay for the time he's wasted on you.
I have no idea what you mean. I didn't do anything wrong. What the actual freaking hell has been going on here? I could have you all sued for defamation.
I like that your little brain is all right with you saying that about us, after you'd already gone and slandered both my mom and myself.
I was just telling the truth to you that whole time. How the hell is me telling the truth about you both slander?
You were calling us parasites, lowlives, smelly, and disgusting. Did you forget about all of that?
Well, it's true. Your mom had her husband run away from her, and your father left you behind as well, forcing you all to grow up in poverty. I shouldn't have to worry about people like you. And considering the fact that you both, your mom and you, have not become anything to the society, I need to make sure that my Cal doesn't get corrupted by you both any longer. You both just want him for his money, and I will not allow that. I know all too well without someone like him, you both won't be able to survive.
Listen, Elena, do you really think that my father just got up one day and left us?
Huh?
You want to know why our dad isn't around anymore? That's because he's 6 feet under. He died in a car crash a long time ago, and so this family was left in the hands of my mom from then on. And when you were calling my mom poor all that time, did you say that knowing she's the CEO of her own company? And that I'm the vice president there?
What? What?
And I'm going to guess that my brother already told you about my father's death, right? He got into a really bad accident and sustained some terrible injuries that he wouldn't be able to heal from. He had always been one of the nicest people I'd known, and the best father. Had my father had someone to help him right away at the accident, he would probably still be here with us. But this was out in the middle of nowhere, and it took almost an hour for any emergency services to arrive to get him. By that point, it was already too late, and there was nothing that could be done to revive him. My father may be gone now, but it was because of him that my brother and I became the people we are today.
So, this means he didn't throw you all away and ran off?
Not a single person ever said anything like that about my father. How the hell did you come up with such a stupid story as that?
But, there's no way that you guys are actually running a company now after that.
This company happens to be the company my father left behind. But after he passed away, there was no way my mom could take on the whole company alone. So she employed my help to come in and run things as well.
Huh? Then why didn't she give the company to Cal? Normally, the company would go to the oldest son next, right? Why did your mom and you end up with the company?
Cal chose the path of becoming a doctor, and nothing was going to take him off that path. He was thinking about taking over the company at first, but my brother remembered that my father was so excited about him becoming a doctor someday. So he chose to fight on with his already chosen goal in mind. That's why I took this company with my mom. Were you able to understand that? Because if so, then you should understand the predicament you're in now. You were just calling both my mom and I lowlives, making fun of us like we had nothing and were nothing to this world. But that's just not the case at all. The only person out of everyone involved here that is actually mentally unwell is you, Elena. For thinking that just because my mom is a single mother now, and I was raised by her, the both of us were lowlives. And I'm going to tell you right now, that kind of mental illness you have right there cannot be fixed by any doctor, no matter who you try going to.
Shut up! I've actually got money myself, so stop thinking you're the only one who has anything. I already know what you're saying is all a lie. And even if you did get a company from your dad, it's probably in ruins now because your mom and you don't know the first thing about running a company. A company that had to be run by a single mother and her little bratty daughter had no chance of succeeding. You guys were probably making around $5 a day with that company before it crashed. Well, I'll have you know that unlike your little crappy and sinking company, I am the daughter of a man who runs a massively successful company. I am leagues above the both of you in terms of both power and influence, so stop trying to act all high and righteous. Lowlifes like you don't get to say anything to me. Now, I'm going to find my husband and make sure we both say goodbye to your dumbasses forever. Even after all that time I put into explaining our family, you still don't seem to get it. I feel sorry for those who had to raise you. I feel sorry for Cal for having to be raised with you. I have enough money to actually be able to pay off whatever settlement will be coming my way, so I'm not even worried. But you lowlifes won't even have a penny to hand over when I come after you for trying to defame me. And get this, the divorce is not going to be happening anyway, so I don't have to care about paying Cal anything. This is getting so tiring. You don't seem to have a very good comprehension skills when it comes to things like listening and reading. So the only other thing I can try doing is showing you the reality of the situation. Huh? I mean, you're having a hard time reading what I'm sending you right now, right? So it's better that I just show you what's going on here. And what I'll be showing you will make you regret making fun of my mom and I for the rest of your life. Leia? I must have had a few little misunderstandings along the way. I am so freaking sorry for everything I did and said. I promise to be a lot more careful from here on out, so please, let's get along with one another again. What happened to you? What you're saying right now is making me feel all queasy. I'm sorry, but if you're trying to get on my good side now, it's already far too late for that, and you will be punished. I'm not trying to get on your good side. I'm just... Your father was dismissed from being the CEO of that company, and now it looks as though your family is falling into disarray. I can understand coming all this way looking for my forgiveness now. But after all those things you said and did to me, how come you're coming back to me now? Do you have no pride in your abilities as a former CEO's daughter? I totally forgot. You have a hard time comprehending both listening and reading, so I shouldn't waste my time talking too much here. If you already know that we're in trouble, go and do something to help us. I won't, though. I don't care about any of your family. And this is part of what you deserve for being such a toxic mess. This is also part of what happens when you pick a fight with the parent company of the company your father was the CEO of. We've been helping you guys this whole time by keeping that company afloat and everything. But you all showed no respect for our hard work, so this is what'll happen instead. And You do understand that in the past, had it not been for my mom stepping and buying shares in your dad's company, he would have lost it. Too bad you were calling your dad's savior a lowlife and a parasite. Luckily, just like myself, my mom is not too kind to those that do not appreciate what she's done for them. I'll just have my dad fire me. Then you can let my dad continue to be the CEO of that company, right? He isn't to blame for any of this. The reason your father needs to be taken out of his role is because children take after their parents, right? And neither my mom or myself want someone running that company when they've ended up raising such a childish asshole as yourself. My mom went ahead and talked with the board members at your father's company, and they all agreed that a man like him should not be at the top anymore. It's not like you play a role in anything anyway, considering you're just a lousy paper pusher. So why get rid of you? Please help us out here. If you don't, then my family will all have to rely on me, and I'll most likely have to leave this company as well. I don't want to have to live a life of poverty with my family. I am not playing your games anymore, you idiot. You were just making fun of my mom and I days ago because you, for some goddamn reason, thought we were both poor. So you know what you get for making such a stupid mistake? You get to live out the reality you wanted for us, yourself. All right. You are a very biased freak who isn't even worth trying to talk with because your ideas about one another's will never change. I tried my fair share already with you, yet you never changed. So this is the next step. You have to be broken down physically and mentally by watching as the parents you always bragged about crumble. You are all going to be punished for your actions, and hopefully someday it turns all of you into some decent freaking people. I'm your sister-in-law, aren't I? Help me, please. I promise to play nice from now on and never make fun of any single mother families ever again. Huh? Did you just say I'm your sister-in-law? Oh, please. Once my brother is done divorcing you, all you'll be is a complete stranger to me. And the talks about divorce have already been going on for a bit now, right? So really, it's already feeling like I've never known you before. And thank God I won't have to hear from you ever again. Because after you lose your job and have to pay my brother a settlement, there'll be nothing decent left about you. I hope this will help writing all that rot out of you someday. If this happens to me, I won't be able to pay rent in this apartment anymore. And I won't be able to buy any more brand bags. I don't want to lose my home and have to live in the streets as a low-life hobo. Please, Leia. I'll do anything you want. Please, just let my dad stay CEO of that company at the very least. I'm sorry, but there is no spot on the top of that company for your father to sit in anymore. Especially now that we're all aware of the low-life wretch he has for her daughter.
Leia? I know a lot has been going on with me recently, but I am able to finally say that I was able to get the divorce from Alina.
Really? That's wonderful news. I was worried about if you'd really be able to pull it off after only just getting married.
Well, she was the daughter of a CEO. So it took some fighting between our lawyers before something could be settled upon. I'm just lucky that the lawyer I have does really well in these sort of divorce cases and was able to pull it off. I was also worried a bit about her trying to take half of my things in divorce. So my lawyer worked hard to make sure she'd have to pay a settlement out for defaming my family.
I see. I'm not sure if it's really right for me to say something like this, but congratulations.
Ha ha ha, thank you. But that is a little strange to hear after a divorce such as this. To think that Alina was really that type of a person. I was blinded by the love I had for her for such a long time. But when I finally started to see again, there was really nothing good about her. I'm sorry I didn't notice the truth about her sooner, Alina.
Cal.
I wasn't looking at the whole picture up until something major happened, and that's my fault. I wasn't able to protect my sister and my mother from a bully like her. I really need to get better at being the man of the family.
It wasn't your fault, though. I didn't really notice anything wrong with her at first either. We were both fooled by her.
I really want to hurry up and become as amazing of a man that my dad was. After he passed away, I finally realized just how good of a man he was and how great of a father he was.
But you're already very awesome, Cal. You are already running your very own family clinic. And you get so many people praising you online about how well you take care of them. You need to have a little more confidence in yourself because of all that.
Ha ha ha, thank you. Because of you, I'm back to being a lot more free again and not tied down by Alina. But look, shouldn't you become a little bit more free yourself here, Leia?
What do you mean?
You had always wanted to work a job in design, right? Dad's company doesn't have anything to do with things like design, so shouldn't you go out and start doing what you love? Mom has even told me before that she wants you to leave the company and go live your own life now.
Mom said that?
Thank you for taking care of Mom in my place ever since I went to school. But Mom is not the kind of person that needs you to be around her all the time. So it might be best that you spread your wings now. Also, wouldn't it be best that you go out and experience something new anyways? I'm sure life working for that company has gotten pretty stale, right?
Now that you mention it, that's a really good idea. And after seeing how someone like Elena turned out, I need to break free from being a part of the family's company. If I continue to stay here getting all this power being the vice president, who knows what kind of biases I'll start to develop. This is a good chance for me, I'm sure. At least, I hope it is.
Leia, you really are such an understanding person. And I'm sure that by having you deal with Elena like that for so long, you're emotionally tired, right? I'm so sorry for that.
Well, you don't have to feel sorry for that anymore. I'm able to handle my own emotions and know when to cut them out when dealing with certain people. but thank you for thinking about me. Because of that, I was able to help free all of us from her. And now I have a chance to break free myself. I'm going to find a new job. I'll go join some design company and gain experience in another part of life. And someday, when Mom is wanting to retire, I'll take that company from her and make sure to carry on her and Dad's legacy.
That's what I like to hear. I'm in full support of anything you choose to do next, Leia.
Elena, along with the rest of her family, lost all their jobs. She had to then pay Cal the settlement he had asked for after defaming my mom and I. And then she had to leave her apartment and begin her life of being homeless. With her behavior being the main cause for all her troubles, I don't see there ever being a chance of another large company hiring her. So who knows what she'll be doing next. When it comes to myself, I was able to get hired by a designer company. Not only will I be working in my dream field of designing things like brands, but I'll be learning a lot more about what it's like working as an office worker. And I hope that with all these new skills and experiences I gain, I become an even more successful woman in the future. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Abby's pregnant again? Can you even believe that? I feel so defeated now because of that. Whose kid is she pregnant with right now anyway, right? She was supposed to be carrying my kid after all, Kalani.
Abby? Wait, are you talking about your ex-girlfriend, Abby? How can you even come to me talking about how your ex-girlfriend is pregnant? Especially when we are this close to having our wedding.
What? Are you jealous that I'm talking about her or something? Stop being so overdramatic about an ex of mine.
No, this is not me being jealous, Nathan. I just don't find it very appropriate of you to be talking about your ex-girlfriend right now with me, especially about her pregnancy of all things. I really don't want to hear about her at all, okay?
Wow, I was only talking about her because I'm hoping that you'll get pregnant with my baby here soon too. Though honestly, I'm sure that her baby is gonna be a lot cuter than yours.
Nathan, are you freaking kidding me? Did you really mean what you just said to me there?
Come on now, Kalani, it was just a joke. But when it comes to Abby, she was known for being the most beautiful girl among all of her friends and family, so you really can't compete with a woman like her now.
Nathan, do you not even realize how rude you're being to me right now saying all of that? We are supposed to be getting married this weekend at our wedding. If you still want for that to happen, stop saying all of those hurtful things to me. I'm already feeling anxious about getting married as it is, and you talking to me about your ex being prettier than me and pregnant is surely not helping.
Why are you getting so upset about this? I'm gonna be marrying you. What more could you ask for from me?
I am asking for you to shut up about her. And didn't Abby cheat on you, and that's why the both of you broke up? I don't know why I'm having to say this right now, but you still wanting to talk about her so much makes me feel that you're hung up on her.
The only reason that ever happened is because that man she was with got her pregnant while she was with me, so she had to leave me. If that had never happened, her and I would still be together with one another right now, and that baby inside her would be mine.
The fact that you are even saying things like that right now to your fiancé is so wrong, Nathan. Even if you are meaning for all of that to be some kind of a joke, none of it is funny to me. It's all making me feel more and more uncomfortable, so cut it out, please.
All right, I'll stop. You know, Kalani, you are way too sensitive sometimes, you know that? All I wanted to do was let you know that she's pregnant with another kid, yet you shot the whole conversation about that down. If you really want to become my wife, loosen up a little bit and let me talk about my past lovers, all right?
What? I think I'm going to need to calm down for a little bit. I'll contact you back once my head isn't hurting so much, all right? And just don't do anything stupid before our wedding, please. Nathan is staying out with me today, so I don't think he's going to be making his way back to your house tonight.
Wait, is this Abby? Since when did you get my phone number and everything?
I just got it from Nathan because I wanted to make sure things were all going okay between you and him.
And wait, what do you mean he's with you right now? I have no clue what's going on right now. Is Nathan really with you right now, Abby?
Yes, he is. As you may already know by now, I am pregnant with a baby, and I am in my last month of this pregnancy. I've been pregnant for a while now, but recently, my husband left on a business trip, and that's left me feeling a little worried about being home all by myself. I was thinking that something serious might happen to me, and I'll have nobody around to help, so that's why I gave Nathan a call and asked him to come here.
I see. So that's why Nathan hasn't really kept in touch with me all day today. You do realize that Nathan is my fiancé now, and that we're going to be getting married to one another really soon. And you're the one who is pregnant with your husband's baby, so don't you find it a little inappropriate to be having your ex-boyfriend over? I'm sure if your husband found out about Nathan being there with you, he wouldn't really like that.
Oh, boo-hoo. So this is what Nathan was saying by you being such a boring and dull woman.
Wait, Nathan said that about me?
Nathan also told me that he still prefers a woman of my type. Of course he should still prefer me, right? I'm far more pretty than you are, and know how to have fun time with my men. You, on the other hand, seem to be nothing but boring talk about things that are irrelevant.
And what exactly do you know about me, Abby? I happen to know a lot about you. Like how you dumped Nathan right after he found out you'd been cheating on him and got pregnant with another man. And now, you happen to have that husband of yours who has given you another baby and is probably thinking his wife would never have another man over. By the way, is that your second baby now?
No, it's my first, because I made sure to have that last one aborted.
Shocker. Now, do you really think it's okay to be calling my husband over to help you? How could that possibly be the right thing to do after everything you've done to him and after getting married to another man?
Are you just whining right now because you're jealous or something? How pathetic, Kalani. This is the exact reason why no men are really into you, you know. Anyway, you need to loosen up a little and let your fiancé have a little bit of freedom from now on. You wouldn't want to keep him away from the one person that can make him happy, would you?
Fine, you go ahead and keep him there, but tell him this one thing for me. Tell him to take a look at my phone and text me back, please. I have quite a few things I need to talk with him about. So after all that, you never even bothered to respond to me about any of what you were doing, Nathan. Are you sure you still want to marry me after all of that? Today is the day of our freaking wedding, and now I'm not too sure about you. Can you please tell me where you're at right now?
Sorry, Kalani, but I'm not going to be able to make it to the wedding today. Something really urgent came up, so I couldn't help but skip out to go and handle it.
What? What are you going on about, Nathan? What do you even mean you can't make it to your own wedding? We have been preparing for this for months now, and you're just going to blow it off like it's nothing? All of our guests are already gathered here and are ready to see you and I up on that stage.
I don't think that I can make it to the wedding feeling like this, and that's why I'm deciding to respond to you about them right now.
What is going on with you? What feelings are you talking about? And where do you have to be that is more important than our wedding? I could have sworn I saw you come in earlier around the same time as me and head straight to the changing room.
I was there, but I actually just had to leave a little bit ago.
Why did you have to leave? Tell me right now, Nathan, where did you end up running off to?
Just think about it, will you? The answer of where I needed to go is pretty clear if you just think about it. Now, as for that wedding, you tell everyone that I needed to leave for an emergency and that the wedding has to be postponed for a while.
You want me to postpone the wedding now? Are you freaking kidding me? What exactly do you want me to tell the guests this emergency was?
Well, you can't tell them where I really had to go, so just make something up. You could take care of all that, right? What I'm doing right now is what I've always wanted to do, so you, being my bride, have to let this happen for me.
I'm sorry, Nathan, but I'm not going to go around telling all the guests here today some random excuse about why you dipped and are delaying the wedding. Honestly, I'm still a bit confused about what the reason why you left myself. What kind of emergency came up that you had to leave for? Why won't you just tell me, Nathan?
All right, I'll tell you, geez. Abby, my ex-girlfriend, is about to give birth to her baby. And that right there is something I can't miss out on, all right? Our wedding and all that can wait, but me being there to watch her have her baby cannot.
Wait a second. Are you seriously saying that your ex-girlfriend's childbirth is more important than our wedding is? You are insane, Nathan.
You would never be able to understand. My bond with Abby is something I have never been able to have with anyone else in my life. Now I'm already on my way to the hospital and getting close to it, so you're gonna have to figure out some way to deal with all our guests.
Nathan, if you don't get your butt back here to this wedding right now, it's over.
Shut up already, Kalani. This is my choice and there's nothing you can say to me about it. If you really want to become my wife, just shut your mouth and let me live out my dream with Abby.
What?
Do you even understand what is going on with her right now? My ex-girlfriend is going into labor, and I have to be there to take care of her as she fights a battle to have her baby. We can resume that wedding when I get back, so you and all the guests just wait for me.
All right, fine. Take your time there with Abby. I'll go and tell all the families and everyone who's here what happened.
Thank you. That is what I'd been asking for from you.
I mean, there's nothing left for me to say to you about this, Nathan. You go ahead and do whatever you want. After all, Abby is more important to you than anyone else, right?
Wow, you really do get it now. That's the way I was wanting you to understand things from the start, Kalani. And as for you letting me do what I want, thank you. That's how our marriage to one another is supposed to go, with you shutting your mouth and letting me do what I want. And if you can't do that for me all the time, I'll leave you and find someone who can do that for their husband.
Okay, say hi to Abby for me while you're there. And don't worry about all of us here at this wedding venue. Not that you were worried about us at all in the first place.
Goodbye. So I went all the way to that hospital to go and be with Abby while she had her baby. But when I got there, I was told by the jerk up front that only family members and relatives were allowed to go in and see her. Can you even believe something like that? I mean, I'm practically a part of her family, aren't I?
Well, technically, Nathan, you're not her family at all. So it makes total sense to me why they wouldn't let you go and see her.
Well, anyway, I'm coming back to the wedding venue now. I'll be there really soon as long as traffic isn't too bad on the way heading north. What's all been going on with you guys? Do you think you can get things started up for me before I come back inside?
I don't think I can, since this wedding's not happening anymore.
Wait, what? What are you talking about, Kalani? Don't tell me that one of the staff wanted the wedding canceled just because I wasn't there for it to start.
Well, actually, everyone here assumed that since you weren't here to marry me, that there was no point to delay the wedding.
Well, tell them all that I'm on my way now and that the wedding can start once I come through those doors. Are all our guests and everything still there waiting on me?
You must be thinking this is all some kind of dream right now, Nathan, because I have no idea what you're talking about. The wedding has been canceled. That's CANCELLED, not postponed. Do you not know how to read or something? Or can you just not tell the difference between those two words specifically?
Huh?
So you really don't get what's happened here, do you? Do you really think there's anyone out there that would want to be married to a man who leaves their own wedding to go and be with their ex who's giving birth? This wedding is canceled, and you and I getting married is all a thing of a past now. And as for all the guests, they've all left.
What? How can you just go and cancel our wedding like that? That was our wedding, not yours. There's no way you should be able to cancel it that easily without my consent as well.
Well, you're the one who ditched me on this wedding and ran off to be with your ex-girlfriend's side.
I was just going to support her.
Why do you keep saying that like it makes it okay for you to run off on our wedding day? Please, don't tell me you still think we can get married to one another after what happened here.
What are you talking about? We're supposed to be married already, Kalani.
How could that be, though? I never went and handed in any marriage papers with you to the courthouse, did I?
Wait, what? Why didn't you hand those papers in after we signed them? I thought you were going to do that for us before we had the wedding today.
You promised me we go and submit them to the courthouse together, Nathan. That was supposed to be yesterday, actually. But guess what you did instead? You bailed on me to go and see Abby. And then she called me later that day to tell me you were with her again and that we'd have to wait to get married. Do you remember that happening?
Were we supposed to go yesterday? Oh, crap! I really did promise you that we'd go and have the paperwork taken care of. I totally forgot about that.
Well, it's too late now because your last-minute cancellation on us today made something inside me finally click. I finally realized that you and I are not meant to be a thing. And honestly, I'm completely fine with things being this way.
What?
Thank you, Nathan, for being a no-show when the wedding was supposed to start today. You really saved me from having to marry a man who wouldn't have treated me the way I should have been treated. I can tell you right now, had we gotten married, it would have only been months before we got a divorce and really had to go through some tough crap.
Wait, what? Divorce? How are we supposed to get divorced if we never even went to the courthouse?
Are you even listening to me now, Nathan? Gosh.
This can't be happening to me. What am I supposed to tell my family about all of this? My boss and all of my colleagues were at the wedding today, too. What am I going to say to all of them about this? Kalani, what am I supposed to do about this?
Hey now, don't you worry about all of that. I already made sure to explain all of this to everyone that was at the wedding today.
What do you mean by explained everything to them? What all did you say happened between you and I?
I just told them the truth. I told everyone here the reason for why you had to leave, and that it was an emergency you couldn't afford to ignore. That you had to go to the hospital and be there with your ex-girlfriend as she gave birth to someone else's baby.
Why would you explain something like that to them? Now you've made it seem like all of this was my fault.
Well, who else's fault would this have been? Did you seriously think you could have spun this whole entire situation to make it seem like I was to blame for it? Ha!
So what you're saying is that this all was my fault. I was only going out to be with and take care of my ex-girlfriend. That's just the kind and caring guy I am, Kalani.
Oh, is that all it was? Well, good for you for being so caring. But you can go ahead and take care of all that kindness you have and give it to her because I'm done with you. Us being engaged is over with, and since we never went to the courthouse anyway, I don't have to do anything else besides cut ties to you, which makes us nothing more than complete strangers now.
What? Kalani, what are you going on about right now? Are you trying to ruin my reputation in my family and at work, all because you became jealous of me being together with my ex today?
No, it's way beyond me being jealous of things like that now. I'm not even interested in you anymore, Nathan. And I've kind of been that way toward you for a while now. Annoyed and disgusted by the way you talk to me and would always be going out with Abby.
Disgusted and annoyed by me? How dare you say that about your own husband?
You are not even my husband, you dumbass. Stop being so delusional and get a dang grip on reality before your fantasies swallow you up. We're not married, and we will never be now thanks to what you've been up to. It's over with, all of it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
It
doesn't really matter if you do understand me or not because I'm out of here. So goodbye. Consider this the last thing I ever wanted to say to you.
But our wedding! Kalani, where have you run off to? I finally made it back to the wedding venue, and there isn't any of our guests or you here, other than my family, of course. I thought what you were saying earlier was all just a joke, but did you really want for this whole entire wedding to be canceled today? My parents are both furious at me now over what happened, and things are only getting worse the longer nothing happens. Can you please just come here and explain everything to them for me?
What else is there to explain to them? I already explained the reason as to why the wedding had to be canceled today, and that you and I never handed in our marriage papers to the courthouse.
But what about the cancellation fees for this wedding? Both my parents are pissed at me because they have to be the ones to pay it all off now. Why should they have to pay for something like the wedding being canceled? You're the one who went and canceled the damn wedding, so you should be getting forced to pay.
But it was your parents who agreed that they'd pay.
was just them being kind to you. But now I have them both yelling at me to pay up since this wedding getting canceled was all my fault. Why should I have to pay for it?
Are you really that blind or something? You bailed last minute on your wedding with me today, all so you could be with your ex-girlfriend. It's only fair that you have to pay for that so-called luxury of yours.
I wasn't cheating on you or anything like that, though. I was just at the hospital trying to help and support my friend. What's so wrong with me being best friends with my ex anyway?
Funny, because I have proof that you were cheating on me, actually. I've gone and had a look at some of the messages you and her have been sending between yourselves.
No way.
Now, I suggest that you shut up and pay for the wedding's cancellation fees, Nathan. Unless, of course, you want me to get a lawyer involved in all of this, which then would inevitably make your situation far more worse for you in the end.
Well, wait, a lawyer? Why would you want to bring a lawyer into this situation? What are you trying to say I even did that was wrong? All I'd been doing was going over to my ex's place to hang out with her. I promise you that I never touched her or anything besides to feel her belly.
Go ahead and try to say that as your excuse to your parents then, Nathan. They've already seen the evidence I have on you as well, and will not be excited to see you still since don't want to come forward.
But my parents!
I've had far too much of your bullcrap now, and I can no longer sit here listening to it.
No, wait!
By the way, I found her husband's contact information, so I'll be letting him know about what all has gone down later as well. I'm sure it's going to break his heart to have to hear that his wife has been cheating on him while she's been pregnant, but it's better to learn this sooner rather than later.
Why would you do something like that, Kalani? Are you actually trying to ruin my life forever?
No, I would never want to ruin your whole entire life. I'm just letting him know in case he ever needs some evidence from me for a divorce from her. Haha. And maybe then you can finally have your ex back and won't have to be with her behind her husband's back.
No, wait, please don't do that!
But isn't this all what you were wanting, Nathan? To be with your ex again? I really hope this finally allows you both to be back together again, so you can both be happy.
Kalani, I'll stop seeing her, and I'll apologize for doing all of this to you. I'm sorry, so please, please don't leave me. I can't take care of myself without you in my life.
I'm sorry, but this is really goodbye this time. I really have had enough of you and your games, Nathan. So with this, I hope I finally set you free so that you can be back with your ex, as you both got together in hell. So, it was you, wasn't it? You went and tattled on me to my husband about everything that happened. You are the worst woman ever, you. And I mean complete and literal scum. How about you fix yourself before you start to call another woman scum? I never really did anything useless, as I was just going to him to let him know the truth. Now, I really don't have it in me to bother with you anymore. You had your baby now, so good luck to you and whatever happens between you and your husband next. I'm sure you'll have to say goodbye to him, but at least you'll still have Nathan around to support you, right? I don't need something like Nathan around me. Do you have any idea how much money my husband is making right now? I would rather have my husband stay with me with all that money of his than some loser who hasn't even figured his own career out yet. You call my husband back right now and tell him that that was all a dream you had about me. Tell him you are sorry for making up a lie or something. Not doing that. I never dreamed any of what happened, nor did I lie. Also, I've gone and screenshotted everything you just said about Nathan, and I'm sending this picture to him right now. What? You're sending those to Nathan? Consider this and him finally learning the truth about you. Anyway, good luck with whatever kind of hell awaits you next. You may look alright, but considering you are a total bitch, I'm not sure you'll ever have a good life again. But that has nothing to do with me now, does it? And with that, goodbye to you.
Kalani, how have you been doing? Do you think we could maybe get back together now?
Absolutely freaking not, you pile of trash. Now what do you want with me?
I finally realized that I made some major mistakes. After having lost you, I finally figured it all out. I figured out that you're the only person for me.
Well, you opening your eyes to all of that now is way too late. You ended up being used by that woman as her toy, and you ended up thinking that she was really into you, even though that really wasn't the case.
That bitch. The moment her husband tore into her, she tore into me. She blamed me for her marriage to her husband going downhill and crashing, and now I'm having to pay a settlement to her husband. That's screwed up of the both of them, right? I was really just meant to stay with you. I should be married to you now and having the happiest time of my life.
And it wasn't just her that went and destroyed that future you had. You're also to blame for that, and it's time you take responsibility for it. Come on now.
Kalani, please don't get up and leave me like that. I need to have you in my life, Kalani.
But I don't need you in my life anymore. You go ahead and enjoy that life you've created for yourself now. Goodbye forever, Nathan. Have you finally realized just how painful it is to be played like a game? After that, I completely went and cut all ties to Nathan, and even made sure to block his number and everything just in case. According to what his parents had to tell me later, he did end up paying them back after they both went and paid for the entire canceled wedding. And they also said that he seemed genuinely sad about what happened and wanting to make things right, but what he'd done was too far for them, and they all disowned him not too long after. After that, Nathan was then forced to pay a settlement to the husband of his ex-girlfriend after they had both been together with one another behind his back. At this point, though, there was nothing left in Nathan's savings, and so he had to pay that man using borrowed money, which would mean he had a lot of debt to start paying off. Nathan has since been looked down on a lot by a lot of his friends, as well as by a lot of colleagues from his work, where he was later transferred to a whole new department and given a pay cut. I'm not sure whether that cut will last forever, but considering his boss hates people who cheat, since he had been cheated on himself, there's no way Nathan is getting back into the department he was in before. As for what's happened with Abby, I heard that she got divorced by her husband and that she had to end up moving back to her parents' house. She would also be forced to pay a settlement to her husband, as well as be forced to keep the baby, because the husband didn't have any attachments to it or anything since it was only just born. Nathan and her never did end up marrying one another, but it sure would have been perfect had they went and got married, considering they are both terrible people. I guess once they both realized that the other was bad, they fell out of contact and never even talked to one another again. Not that any of that really means anything to me though now, and I'm just happy that that all led to me not having to marry a cheating man. I've made sure that after that failed wedding to take some time off work so that I can relax for a bit and spend time back with my parents again. I was actually really looking forward to getting married a couple of months ago, but Nathan really changed my views on marriage after all the crap he pulled. I'm not too sure when I'll try dating again with the goal of getting married, but I'll give myself a few years so that I don't end up burning myself out. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. And we look forward to seeing you at the next story.